With Terry Bradshaw and Matt Millen, and those of you who just watched the Dallas Cowboys beat the New York Giants 31-9, we welcome you to the post-game show here on the NFL Today, and an impressive victory indeed for the Dallas Cowboys, although perhaps a costly one. Troy Aikman leaving that game in the second half with a pulled hamstring or a slightly strained hamstring, the severity of which we probably will not know until midweek. But the Cowboys move their record to 6-2 and are now the sole owners of first place in the NFC East. At the Pontiac Silverdome, the Lions shut out the Tampa Bay Bucks by a score of 23-0 today. The Bucks blitz, but Barry Sanders manages to get away. He usually does.
It's amazing, you know, you get focused for one guy, you know, the only guy that's going to carry the ball is Barry Sanders, and today a career record in the dome, over 180 yards.
Rodney Peete finds clear sailing up the middle for a touchdown run. And his dad over on the sidelines in a Bucks uniform. Well, not much of a reaction there. Craig Erickson's pass here, and this is a linebacker's heyday here, Matt.
Hey, look at that. As soon as you get to hitting that ball, ball's in the air, anybody's ball comes down to the backer.
And then Barry Sanders goes to work again.
Same play you see about 20 times earlier. This time, instead of cutting inside, he saw the pressure down inside, sprints to the outside, Greg.
Detroit got Pat Swilling back from an ankle injury. He helped anchor a Detroit defense that held the Tampa Bay Bucks to just 44 yards rushing on the day. Sanders had 187. The Lions win it 23-0, and they move their record now to 7-2 on the year. In Minnesota, the Vikings losers to the Chargers today by a 30-17 count. Jim McMahon injured on the sideline, didn't play. Marion Butts 3 yards and a touchdown, and the Chargers lead 7-0. And Dennis Green on the sideline kind of has a feeling about this day. Sean Salisbury got the start in place of McMahon.
Nice 9-yard shot to Anthony Carter right over the middle. Good strong arm. Carter wide open. Nice job.
And then Sean Van Horst got into the act. Salisbury picked off right here, Matt.
Another defensive play. All you're doing is just reading the quarterback. When he goes in that read, running man-to-man, turn balls in the air, anybody's ball, defense comes down with it.
And then Trone means a 7-yard touchdown run as the Chargers put this one away. 30-17 the final, and both teams are now 4-4 on the year. Good ball game in Foxborough between the Bills and the New England Patriots. It went to overtime, and the Bills won it 13-10 on a Steve Christie 32-yard field goal with 6.5 minutes remaining in the overtime. In Cleveland, the Broncos behind another big day by John Elway over the Browns 29-14. The Broncos 5-3 on the year, and so are the Browns. In Cincinnati, the Bengals remain winless after 8 starts. They led early. The Steelers came back to beat them 24-16. The Steelers are 5-3 on the year. In the Astrodome in Houston, the Oilers beat the Seahawks by a score of 24-14. Tom Flores bringing his Seahawks in, but he had to watch Warren Moon throwing the football.
Warren Moon having a phenomenal day. Here's Webster Slaughter, a little down and out, man coverage again. Nice job by Warren Moon and Webster Slaughter.
Remember Kmart? Kelvin Martin played for the Cowboys last year. Rick Myrer finds him 53 yards away. And the touchdown. That tied it at 7-7, but then back comes that man, Warren Moon, again.
And when Warren Moon is hot, he's hot. And right now, he's in his zone. Ball's on the money. That's touchdown.
Ernest Gibbons makes the catch. Seahawks fall to 4-5. The Oilers improve to 4-4. Little dancing in the end zone. The Oilers win it by a score of 24-14. The late starts today. The Phoenix Cardinals trailing the Eagles now 3-0 in the first quarter. Matt Barr, 27-yard field goal for Philadelphia. The New York Jets on a 17-yard touchdown pass from Boomer Esiason to Johnny Mitchell, leading the Miami Dolphins 7-0. Don Shula looking for the victory here to become the NFL's all-time winningest coach. And the Chicago Bears at home at Soldier Field to the Los Angeles Raiders. The Raiders lead it 3-0. Jeff Jager, a 31-yard field goal. Now, continuing with the spirit of giving out awards, Matt and Terry have picked their mid-season MVPs, and we will begin with the AFC mid-season offensive MVP. Terry likes rejuvenated Denver quarterback John Elway, a man he has criticized more than once in seasons gone by. While Matt picks Buffalo running back Thurman Thomas, who has often claimed that he should be the player of the year. On defense in the AFC, an amazing meeting of the minds. Terry and Matt each independently picked Pittsburgh cornerback Rod Woodson, who is leading the league with 7 interceptions. I don't think Rod Woodson is any big surprise, but I'm sure a lot of people are going to say, you've criticized John Elway in the past,
But that's okay. I mean, if you criticize someone, that's all right. You still don't ever let that become a personal thing. It's a performance thing. And John Elway this year is having an outstanding year, over 1,900 yards going into the Cleveland game today, 12 touchdowns. Add on 3 more to that. At the halfway point, the man's got 15 touchdown passes, so only 5 interceptions. And deservedly so, he is my AFC Offensive Player of the Year so far.
Now, over in the NFC on defense, Terry takes Chicago Bears defensive end Richard Dent, who has 7.5 sacks to his credit going into the action today. Matt likes the Vikings combination of Henry Thomas and John Randall, who have teamed up for 12 sacks so far this season. Now on offense, on the NFC, Dallas wide receiver Michael Irvin made an impression on Terry last week in Dallas. Matt also went for a wide receiver, but his main man is Sterling Sharp of the Green Bay Packers, who, without question, has jumped amongst the elite in wide receivers.
Well, the most impressive thing about Sterling Sharp is everybody knows Sterling Sharp has to move the ball for the Packers. They know the ball's coming to him. He still makes the catch, and most importantly, he does it inside the paint where everybody is. He loves to be physical inside, and I absolutely love him.
All right, we will take a timeout here. Those of you who watched Tampa Bay against Detroit, we will send you back to the stadium in the game that you are watching. For the rest of you, stay tuned. We'll update the scoreboard for you and have much more as the post-game show continues.
Oh, my back hurts and I have a game this afternoon. So I'm taking Advil. I know I'll feel better soon. More doctors recommend Advil by name to relieve backaches than any other brand. And you know, just one Advil is as effective relieving pain as 2 regular strength Tylenol. With Advil, there's no reason to let a sore back keep me from swinging. So now I can think about my game instead of my back. Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
Oh, Mr. Energizer Bunny, out for a stroll. Desolidificator will put an end to your precious little source of power. Your hippity-hoppity days are over.
Still going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer battery. It keeps going and going.
For this guy, any deodorant will do. But these guys need Speed Stick. Antiperspirant that gives 110%, even if you don't. 24-hour protection against wetness. And now Speed Stick deodorant has a powerful new formula to fight odor. Speed Stick. For movers and shakers, the #1, the only one.
There are so many people trying to figure so many ways to rip you off now that it's very hard by yourself to counter all these things.
Citibank called one night at 7 o'clock. Apparently, someone had bought 9 tickets to Vegas, gambled, and invited 9 of their best friends.
That's why, you know, having somebody watch your back is good.
Citibank realized that I'd not made those charges, and it got taken care of.
It just makes you feel like you have an ally out there.
Just a few of the many people who rely on the security of not just Visa, Citibank Visa.
You're fired.
Marky and John, unemployed and cracking up.
Good mental health is a lot like sex. Sometimes you just have to fake it.
All new Hearts of Fire. Then on The Nanny, a nicotine fit.
You were caught smoking?
Leads to a smoking lesson.
You sound like you're making espresso over there.
I'll never touch another cigarette again.
It's an all-new Wednesday.
Welcome back, everyone. The Dallas Cowboys won their 6th straight today. They moved their record to 6-2. They beat the Dallas Cowboys by a score of 31-9. Let's take you out to Irving, Texas, and join Leslie Visser, who has more information. Leslie.
Thanks, Greg. First, an update on Mark Collins, the Giant cornerback. He's been having x-rays. The Giant officials say that he has strained his lower back, but they won't know definitively until they take some more x-rays. He is talking, moving his fingers and hands. Well, joining me now is Troy Aikman, who must have sort of mixed feelings about today. Troy, first of all, what happened with your leg?
Well, I felt the hamstring pull on my way on the run. There wasn't any contact or anything. It just pulled up on me, and I think I'm going to be fine. It'll be a day-to-day thing, and we'll just have to see how it goes throughout next week.
Did you talk to Lawrence Taylor about his hamstring?
I didn't get a chance to talk to him, no. I talked to Phil to see what treatment that Lawrence has been using. I guess he's been using some acupuncture, and some of the guys on our team who have had problems with their hamstrings have talked about it, and hopefully I'll be able to get in there and see one, and we'll make it a big improvement for me.
Well, you had a terrific first half. What were you able to do against the Giant defense?
Well, we really came in not expecting to really get much up the field. We thought we were going to have to come underneath to our tight end and our fullback and tailback, and fortunately we were able to put some things in that we thought might give us a shot. The second touchdown to Alvin Harper was one of those. We thought the safety was cheating a little bit on the films, and we were able to get the touchdown over the top. But the guys really did a great job. We came out and ran the ball probably more effectively than what we had planned, and everything was clicking for us.
Well, you've won 6 straight games. Do you think you'll be able to go next week?
Well, yeah, I'm planning on it, and you know, my stubbornness or stupidness or whatever it's called, but I got to take it day to day, really see how it feels. But as of right now, I'm planning on playing next week, or at least hopeful.
Well, you just made a lot of Cowboy fans happy. Back to you, Greg. Thanks, Troy.
All right, Leslie and Troy Aikman, thank you very much. 31-9 Cowboys win it. They play Phoenix next week. We'll take a timeout and continue in just a moment.
What's this?
We're here for your birthday party!
That's next week.
Oh, Ed.
Does that mean there's no food?
There's a Wendy's nearby.
Now you're talking.
Everything on Wendy's Super Value menu is 99 cents each. Freshly made salads, hamburgers hot off the grill, chili, delicious food you can only get here. Plus, for $1.99, get a hamburger kids meal.
Happy birthday! Look, we're twins!
Great.
Wendy's, you don't pay more, you just get more.
All the varied eyes of America. Reason enough for Pearl Vision to offer all the finest frames. Polo, Guest, Liz Claiborne. Come see and let us frame your eyes. Nobody cares for your eyes more than Pearl.
If your business gives up AT&T quality, chasing after big savings from another long-distance company, don't expect to find a pot of gold. Leaving AT&T doesn't make a lot of sense.
Hey, Remington, shave this.
If you can grow it, we can shave it. Remington introduces the Triple Foil. The only shaver with 3 narrow microscreens to cross-cut each whisker 3 times. For hard-to-shave places on hard-to-shave faces. No one else has anything like the Remington Triple Foil.
If you can grow it, we can shave it.
When I became my own boss, I also became my own employee. So now he tells me to make coffee, open the mail, make sure the copier's working. So I checked around and people said get a Canon personal copier. Canon has a unique single cartridge that contains the toner, developer, drum, and virtually all the moving parts. Change the cartridge, and it's like getting a new copier. Buying it was such a good idea, I took him to lunch.
Canon personal copiers. Call 1-800-4321-HOP.
Extra, extra. Wood and Evan take a paper route to rediscover their youth.
Yeah!
But who will survive?
Look out!
All new evening shade.
My turn.
Then, does Dave make enough moolah to hula?
I told you I'd take you to Hawaii for our 50th anniversary.
By then you can just take me out in the backyard and tell me it's Hawaii.
Dave's World after evening shade Monday.
Just to update you on the late scores, Philadelphia and Phoenix are now tied at 3-3 in the first quarter at Sun Devil Stadium. The Bears trail the Raiders 3-0. That is now a second quarter score at Soldier Field. The Jets are leading Miami by a score of 10-0 in the first quarter at the Meadowlands. Our apologies to you for not being able to air Terry's conversation with Don Shula due to the length of the game between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. That does it for us. For Terry and Matt and all of us here at CBS, I'm Greg Gumbel. Doubleheader week next week. We'll see you then.
Anderson had some open field ahead, but denied. That'll bring up a third down.
I'm almost afraid to say this, but I have witnesses. Yesterday at practice, the Bears have a Saturday walkthrough. That's all they do. They come in their street clothes and they go to their walkthrough. Harbaugh goes underneath center, says blue 26, blue 26. Iron hit moves, and so does his chocolate-covered donut.
Then a play later, seen licking his fingers to get the last remnants of that wonderful AM treat.
A little energy. You know, that's what he needed, energy.
Film at 11. And Raiders not fooled at all by the draw on 3rd and long. Nolan Harrison to make the tackle. He's had a big first half. 4th down and 7.
And Dick, the Bears fans are booing, but we were told by everybody on the offense they have very few running plays. The Bears don't have a lot, and the lead draw is one of their big ones. It's going to work sometimes. That time it didn't.
Gardocki with the win. Brown waves the fair catch at the Raider 43, and then he's run into, and that'll be a penalty. Number 25, Johnson. And there is apparently another little scuffle upfield.
Well, as we're